A woman was killed early this morning at a hotel in Bensalem. Authorities found the victim inside a room here at the Sleep Inn on Street Road. Investigators were still on that scene hours later. Police say a suspect is in custody in New Jersey at the Trenton Police Department. Authorities have not identified anyone involved at this point. Several agencies are handling this very active investigation.
Welcome to today's episode of Unfolding Crime. In this video, we're uncovering a devastating true crime case that took place on January 15th. What seemed like a typical night at a sleep-in on Street Road turned into a scene of tragedy when 49-year-old Maisha Coon lost her life. The accused? Her alleged companion, 51-year-old Orenthia Upshur. This is a case of heartbreak, betrayal, and unanswered questions. Before we begin this video, we would like to express our deepest sympathies to the family and friends who were severely affected by this horrible crime. We would also like to send condolences to Maisha's family and friends. Bensalem, Pennsylvania, a suburban township in Bucks County, is known for its family-friendly neighborhoods and proximity to Philadelphia. But in January 2025, this quiet area became the center of a murder investigation. Inside the rented room at the sleep-in, police discovered the lifeless body of Maisha Coon, a woman described by those who knew her as kind, driven, and deeply loved by her family and friends. Maisha was 49 years old, a mother, a sister, and a friend to many. Her obituary paints a picture of a caring individual who touched the lives of those around her. Maisha was known for her resilience, her infectious smile, and her determination to build a better future for herself and her family. She also dated 51-year-old Orenthia Upshur, and despite the details of their relationship, it appears that they experienced ups and downs like any other. Upshur also had a few run-ins with the authorities, however the public is not aware of the specific charges that led to his arrest. Although Maisha's family remembers their arguments and how tense things would get, nobody ever imagined things would go out of hand the way they did. The investigation began when an Upshur family member walked into the Pennsylvania State Police Barracks in Trevose at 5 a.m. that day. According to police, a relative told troopers that Upshur admitted to killing his partner after a heated dispute. According to authorities, the family member overheard the couple's dispute on the phone earlier that night, about 12:39 a.m. Using Coon's cell phone, state police determined her whereabouts near the Country Commons apartments in Bensalem and worked with local police and the Bucks County District Attorney's Office to find hotels in the area. State troopers checked the sleep-in and discovered that Coon had rented a room the day before. Inside the room, investigators discovered her deceased on the floor with obvious gunshot wounds. Meanwhile, Trenton police were dispatched to Parkside Avenue and Oak Lane around 4:30 a.m. on reports of gunfire. Officers arriving on the scene heard further rounds and observed a man, later identified as Upshur, run inside a neighboring house. Gunshots rang out as police surrounded the home and evaluated close people, according to officials. The Mercer County Tactical Response Team was dispatched and eventually entered the home, apprehending Upshur without additional incident. According to authorities, police seized a gun thought to have been used in Coon's homicide. Upshur has been charged with criminal homicide and other counts in Pennsylvania, and he faces more accusations in New Jersey. Authorities in both states are working to establish when he will be extradited to Bucks County for prosecution. Bensalem police praised the rapid collaboration among agencies, saying, "This was a cooperative effort by multiple agencies to swiftly bring a violent suspect into custody." In a statement thanking the Bucks County District Attorney's Office, Pennsylvania State Police, and Trenton Police Department for their assistance.
We're learning more today about a deadly shooting at a Bucks County hotel. Police say a woman was shot and killed by her boyfriend early yesterday morning. The gunman then set his sights on the victim's family, leading to a barricade situation in New Jersey. New Jersey correspondent Trish Hartman joining us live in Bensalem this afternoon with the latest from investigators. Trish.
Well, Brian, police say family members told them that there had been domestic disputes between the couple in the days leading up to the homicide. Now that man is in jail in New Jersey and he's facing charges in both states. Chopper 6 was over the Sleep Inn in Bensalem yesterday. It's where police say they discovered the body of 49-year-old Maisha Coon from Trenton, shot to death in one of the rooms. Police say their investigation began around 5 a.m. when a man went to authorities to report a crime.
That individual reported that someone came to his house who was a family member and stated to him that he had just shot and killed his girlfriend.
That witness was able to tell them that it happened in a hotel, but police didn't know which one. Cell phone tracking got them close, but detectives had to go door to door in several hotels before they found Coon's body at the Sleep Inn. Police pulled surveillance video and saw the suspect leaving the Sleep Inn with a gun hanging out of his coat. That same morning in Trenton.
I heard a couple of gunshots after 4 o'clock in the morning. And then a half an hour later, heard some more gunshots.
Police responded to shots fired and a barricade situation on Oak Lane. Neighbors had to be evacuated.
The suspect was subsequently determined to have barricaded himself with a firearm inside the second floor of a residence on Oak Lane. The Mercer County Sheriff Tactical Response Team was contacted, responded, and subsequently entered the residence, taking the suspect into custody without incident.
51-year-old Orenthia Upshur was arrested and is now facing 11 counts of attempted homicide in New Jersey. Authorities say he went there trying to harm the victim's family members. Neighbors are stunned.
You destroyed not only this young lady's life, he destroyed, her whole family's life.
Now, Upshur will have an extradition hearing to determine whether he'll face charges in Pennsylvania or New Jersey first. In the meantime, he is locked up in New Jersey. Live in Ben Salem, Trish Hartman, Channel 6 Action News. Sarah.
Trish, thank you.
Maisha Coon's death is a stark reminder of how domestic violence can escalate into a devastating tragedy. What began as a relationship marred by conflict ended in a senseless loss of life, leaving her family and loved ones grappling with immeasurable pain. While the arrest of Orenthia Upshur brings the hope of justice, it cannot undo the harm that has been done. Maisha's friends and family remember her as a kind-hearted woman who lit up the lives of those around her. Her death is a loss not just to those who loved her, but to the community as a whole. This tragedy also sheds light on the critical need for support systems and interventions for individuals in abusive relationships. If someone like Maisha had access to the right resources or support, could this heartbreaking outcome have been prevented? It's a question that lingers, a challenge that society must address to prevent similar losses in the future. As the legal proceedings move forward, the fight for justice becomes a rallying cry for Maisha's memory. Her story will not be forgotten, and her life will continue to inspire others to take action, whether by helping someone in need or working toward a safer, more compassionate society. To Maisha's loved ones, may your pain be met with healing, your grief with justice, and your memories with peace. And to all who are listening to this story today, let it remind us to stand against violence, advocate for victims, and remember that behind every headline is a human life that mattered. If you would like to stay updated with this type of content, please don't forget to like and subscribe. See you on the following video.